Whew, okay. So again, how did we get to this place where we can put all trust and faith in a label made by a government agency? Guys, question it. Question it, right? Organic, the concept of it started with great intentions. Unfortunately, corporate came a hold of it and took it to a different path. And of course, there are benefits to, proper organic systems. They can't use glyphosate, heavy pesticides. That's reducing everyone's exposure to those in the environment that is now unfortunately ubiquitous across the country. There are definitely benefits. However, there are so many loopholes in that because it's this like government regulated thing. And guys, we can't just have blind faith in these arbitrary labels. People go to the grocery store and think that pasture raised is great. No, someone just tweeted the other day, like, I don't remember what brand it was, but like on the pasture raised egg carton, you can scan the USDA code and then it takes them to the Google map. And then the Google map is a top down view of a barn.
Of course.
Pasture
Yeah.
raised is not regulated. Or it's not like, there's no like, people just view these terms as organic, pasture raised as like these buzzwords, and then you can just arbitrarily trust it. Knowing the farmer, the source is always the best way.
Mm-hmm.
So with organic, there's this unfortunate thing where they can source food from other countries, and then that's brought over as organic. And the problem there is, okay, who's actually regulating overseas? Seriously, who's going to Turkey and regulating how, what if their standards are different?
Yeah.
There's those imports are coming in at such a low cost. So you have to wonder. And then what that's doing is that's undercutting American farmers who
Yep.
are trying their best, but they're actually doing some USDA organic stuff or proper organic practices, but they can't compete with those costs. So what do you think they're going to do? They have to make the best decision for them and their family and continue to be able to pay their bills to turn the lights on. So it's unfortunately becoming a like price cutting race, and all of these big food corporations are joining this organic movement because they're realizing how popular it's getting,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and they're finding the loopholes.
Of course.
So when in doubt, I would say that if you can't find a local source for like, produce, buying like the Dirty Dozen, the environmental working group Dirty Dozen as USDA organic would probably be like a safe bet. But don't just blindly buy organic just because. Always question things, always dig deeper, because USDA organic eggs can still come from a confinement barn.
Yeah.
USDA milk or USDA organic milk can still come from a feedlot. USDA organic chicken still fed from confinement lot, fed organic corn and organic soybeans, which contain the same amount of linoleic acid as non-organic corn and non-organic soybeans, right? It's a good step in the right direction because of less pesticides, but regenerative, knowing your farmer, supporting your farmer, like that is just a step above and beyond. And that to me is the most resilient system moving forward, because in organic crop production, because you can't use pesticides, they often rely heavily on like big tillage, heavy tillage, which essentially is these big blades on the tractor that go in and like go a few feet down below and can destroy these wonderful networks, soil networks. It's like a soil internet down there. And if you destroy these root systems, we're not necessarily contributing to improve soil health and making a resilient food system 50 years from now.
Yeah.
With regenerative systems, you're working a little bit more with Mother Nature and working with her. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, like I've said, we are not smarter than her, and we will never fully understand Mother Nature. But the whole goal with regenerative agriculture and even like pro-metabolic and human nutrition is we are never going to fully understand the human body. It's amazing, right? The gut microbiome is so complex. We will never fully understand her, the gut. But what we can do is give the body and give soil and the environment the tools that it needs. And then Mother Nature will like go and do its thing. Because in Mother Nature, 1 + 1 doesn't always equals 2. There's synergy. 1 + 1 can equal 1,000, right? And so we're giving the tools that nature can then take and thrive on. So organic is a difficult topic, but I wouldn't just blindly say like it's the better option, unfortunately. And so what would be the worst situation would be someone goes to the grocery store and looks at like an organic egg versus a non-organic egg and go with the organic egg when it could be double the cost, and instead they could have bought better eggs from a local farmer.
Right.
So they're spending money, higher priced items that may not be the best option.
All right, friends, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Radical Health Radio. We got a fresh new podcast for you every Wednesday. If you enjoyed the show, consider liking, subscribing, reviewing, and rating us on your podcast platform. It helps to spread this message of radical health. We'll see you next week.